Tampa Bay, this is JCB Racing. 8 drivers have been randomly seated into the bracket. Now they're going to be racing against the time, but only one can make it to the final round. It's going to be close. Let me hear you say, oh yeah, if you're ready for JCB Racing. Let's get it.
Keep that energy going. Kicking things off, Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. That Monster Jam truck is fired up. You can actually see a live shot of her in the cab right now. Laser focus, pulling up to the line. Let's go green.
Jamie Sullivan with a time of 10.450 in Sparkle Smash.
On the original Super Glue, glued to the action replay. Great jump off the chalk line. Just avoids hitting that turning pod out of the circle. And right here goes wide on the turn, able to correct center lane on the ramp. Perfect position. And Jamie Sullivan putting in a great time in Sparkle Smash. 10.450. Now we do have an update. They are taking Sparkle Smash back to the pits to work on the shocks.
All right, Monster Jam fans, you can see it up there on the video board. An incredible way to kick things off. That's her personal best time of the weekend, a 10.450, the time to beat. Continuing on with our next competitor, Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Little Bailey Circuit cheering on her favorite Monster Jam superstar right now.
Brianna Mahan with the time of 10.890 for Ringling Bailey Circuit.
On the original Super Glue, glued to the action replay. Tight first corner there for Ringling Bailey Circuit. Then that dirt going at it again. That dusty part of the track takes Brianna Mahan out deep. She's able to get the truck center and right. 10.890. Sparkle Smash still with the fastest time.
Another personal best by one of our Monster Jam superstars this weekend. A 10.890 for Brianna Mahan and Ringling Bailey Circuit. Great time, but it wasn't enough to take over the top spot on the leaderboard. Remember, the time to beat remains Sparkle Smash's Jamie Sullivan with that 10.450. Jumping into our next competitor, Jamie Garner, Overboard.
Jamie Garner with a time of 10.810 in Overboard.
The original Super Glue, glued to the action replay. There goes Overboard. Swings the back end of that truck around 1,500 horsepower, slightly clips the pod, and then hikes it up on 3 BKT tires. Some big air across the finish line for Jamie Garner in Overboard with a time of 10.810.
3 competitors down so far in the JCB Racing competition. Impressive times. These are actually the best times that we've seen all weekend long. 10s across the board so far. Jamie Garner in Overboard at 10.810. Second place currently in the JCB Racing competition. Approaching the line, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger.
Weston Anderson with the time of 10.588 in Gravedigger.
Up on the original Super Glue, glued to the action replay. Weston Anderson looking for his third JCB win of the weekend. Gets out a little wide, ends up in the straightaway, punches it, and then a nice little modified half circle donut to get Gravedigger 37 back up on the ramp and across with a time of 10.588.
A great time for Weston Anderson in Gravedigger, a 10.588, close, but not enough to take the lead away from Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash with a 10.450. Still got 4 more competitors to go in the JCB racing competition. And coming up next, he was your JCB racing winner last night, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity.
John Zimmer Jr. with a time of 10.259, terminal velocity.
Check out the original Super Glue, glued to the action play, very clean pass for John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity. Nice tight corner, kicks that straight away, and then look at the spin here, perfect execution. Little brake check there, slap wheelie combo across the line, and for terminal velocity, new fastest time, 10.259.
That's right, John Zimmer Jr. Terminal Velocity looking to reclaim his title once again from last night with an incredible time of 10.259. New leader, new time to beat. Continuing on with yet another Zimmer. This time it's John Zimmer Sr. Uproar.
John Zimmer Sr. with a time of 10.982 in Uproar.
The original Super Glue, glued to the action replay. John Zimmer Sr. stays on that throttle in that sticky corner. And then right here in that sandy part of the track gets Uproar up and over and lands it down. John Zimmer Sr. in Uproar, time 10.982.
Monster Jam fans, we are about to have some fun here in the stands. I got a family of 4, and they're just so adorable. We're going to play Name That Truck. Let's get it. Shout it out, help her out if you think you know the answer, but I think she knows.
Sparkle Smash.
A little bit louder.
Sparkle Smash.
She says Sparkle Smash. She's right! You know what's so cool? I have Lauren here with me from the Ringling Brothers, Burnham and Bailey. You guys can catch her with Bailey Circuit live right here at Benchmark International Arena at the beginning of January. And we have some cool stuff. You want to go first?
I'm so excited because, yes, we will be back here. But for today, we have for you something special. Your very own Bailey Circuit plush. How does that look? And also your Ringling Bailey Circuit Monster Truck! Woo! We can't wait to see you here in January.
And, you know, they need tickets to come here, right? So we got 4 tickets to you to Ringling Brothers, Burnham and Bailey right here at the Benchmark International this January. We'll see you there. For more info, head to ringling.com.
Jumping back into the JCB racing competition with Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco.
Fernando Martinez with a time of 10.259 for El Toro Loco.
Let's go to the original super glue. Glued to the action replay. Here comes El Toro Loco. Checks it up to get around the turning pod. Hammering the throttle, hammering the brakes, goes off to the right. Some whip action there from El Toro Loco. And Fernando Martinez with a time of 10.259.
So, Monster Jam fans, as you're looking at the JCB Racing leaderboard right now, you will see a tie at the top. 10.259 for both John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity and Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco. Now, the rule here at Monster Jam is the driver who owns the time first is the one who gets to keep it. So John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity had the time of 10.259 first in the JCB Racing competition, which means he remains the time to beat at the top of the leaderboard. One final competitor remains approaching the line. Zach Garner, Wild Side. Monster Jam fans, that truck has been giving him issues throughout the weekend. There was actually a motor swap that needed to happen. We're going to give him an opportunity to restage, refire that Monster Jam truck. He's going to approach the line, focus on the race lights to go green. Unfortunately, that will do it for Zach Garner in Wildside. He will go ahead and get a did not finish. Unfortunately, he was not able to compete in the JCB Racing competition. But that means the winner for the second time this weekend, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. John Zimmer Jr., the fastest time, walking away with the first 8 points of this afternoon's event, the final one here in Tampa, Florida. It's been an amazing weekend for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity.
John Zimmer Jr. has you up at the Desert trackside. You said you were going to get this one too. You won last night. It started with JCB Racing. You got this track dialed in, man. How was this sandy Tampa dirt feeling for you?
Well, at the beginning of the weekend, it wasn't treating me too well, but I got it dialed in now. It's treating me good. 2 racing wins on the weekend. Couldn't be more stoked on that. And how about that tie, y'all? I haven't seen a timed racing tie in my entire career against Fern there. We tied virtually the fastest trucks out on the track. We tied first. I think that's a win for him too, man. It was super sick. Those are ties. Those are hard to come by here in our sport.
And sometimes a little bit of luck does go a long way. You had the opportunity to hit the track first, so you get the win. Now we move on to the two-wheel skills competition. You won that last night as well. What can fans expect here in Tampa out of Terminal Velocity in the two-wheel skills challenge?
I'm just going to keep rocking on this momentum. Two-wheel is one of my favorite competitions in that truck. I'm going to try to get this thing on this pod, on its front wheels, get it on the side wheels, maybe one wheel, pull out some crazy combinations. But I know one thing for sure is all of us other drivers are going to give it our all out here on this track. Get these trucks into crazy situations. Maybe you'll see some crashes, man, but I promise you guys one thing. It's going to get wild. We're only getting started. Tampa, are you having fun so far?
Congratulations on the first 8 points of the day. He's your current BKT overall event leader and your JCB Racing winner, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity.
Congratulations one more time, John Zimmer Jr. Terminal velocity with 8 points up there on the BKT overall event leaderboard right now. You can see 1 point behind is Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco with 7. And then rounding out the top 3 with 6 points, you got Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash. I do want to note, these were the fastest times of the entire weekend. Every single driver was within the 10-second mark. So absolutely incredible stuff to see. That was a very, very tough competition. But alas, John Zimmer Jr. Terminal velocity with the win with the first 8 points. Going into the second phase of the competition, which is going to be our 2-wheel skills challenge. Now here, each of our drivers will have 2 attempts to showcase their biggest and best moves just on 2 or sometimes even 1 BKT tire. So we're looking for everything here: stoppies, poppers, wheelies, bicycles, moonwalks, and whatever else these Monster Jam superstars can come up with. But don't worry, if you've never seen any of these tricks before, I'm going to be calling them out as they're happening so that you guys are able to score at judgeszone.com.
Monster Jam fans, I'm here now with Stacy and her entire family. We're about to have some fun up in here. I got some really cool stuff for you guys, all right? But we gotta play a game first, all right? This is called 2 Truths, 1 Lie. Here's George Zimmer Jr. with the question.
Can you guess which one of these is a lie? A snowboarder, race dirt bikes, and on an opera stick. If you think you know which one is a lie, that's yours.
All right.
C.
How are you so, perfect on this? Are you sure about that?
I feel pretty confident.
Pretty confident that he's not an opera singer. Is Stacy right?
That's right. I am not. Thanks for playing.
That would be absolutely incredible if he was. You know what? I got your family here, a basket of Chick-fil-A. Not only that, everybody in this whole area right here gets free Chick-fil-A.
And if you guys are interested in a free Chick-fil-A sandwich, everybody here in the Benchmark International Arena can take advantage of the QR code up there on the video board. Go ahead and scan the QR code. Make sure you actually have the Chick-fil-A app downloaded as well, and that the location services are turned on so that you're able to walk away with that free chicken sandwich. It's officially time to jump into the 2-wheel skills challenge. Now, I talked about this earlier. You, the Monster Jam fans, are going to be playing a really important role in the outcome of this phase of the competition at judgeszone.com. If you've never used judgeszone.com, don't you worry. Jabari is standing by with some very eager fans that look like they want to help him out with Judges Zone.
Absolutely, and y'all look so comfortable. I'm going to sit right next to you and explain how this works. Monster Jam is completely unscripted. Ain't no fake stuff here, y'all. And I'm going to show you how you are involved in the scoring process. I'm going to do that right now. Everybody take out your cell phones, go to your browser, and go to judgeszone.com. Judgeszone.com. We also have the QR code up there on the Monster Jam video board. Judgeszone.com. All right? You're going to put in your city code. Why are you looking at me? Where's judgeszone.com? She's like, they got it over there. Once you put in your city code, TPA, you're going to come across the BKT tire. And this is where all the magic happens. Either myself or Scott or Christina will let you know when scoring is open. You're going to have 20 seconds to move that BKT tire in the green to score the highest or down into the red to score low. And not only that, we have an expert judge in house, and their vote is going to, or I should say their score is going to make up 50% of the score. Yours is going to make up the other 50%. And then we're going to get that average score. It is just as easy as that. If you're ready for Monster Jam, let me hear you say, oh yeah. Yeah.
Kicking things off in the 2-wheel skills challenge, he's the 2022 UNOH Technician of the Year, John Zimmer Sr. Uproar. So Monster Jam fans, we do have to pause for one quick moment. You can see the gray and red plastic around the arena. Those are what's called our safety holds. Please do not breach them or put anything over them, or we will have to pause the event. Thank you guys so much. John Zimmer Sr. lining up with the double log stack right now. Could be setting himself up for either a sky wheelie or a popper. Hits the throttle, hits the brake, pops it on the front BKT tires for that popper into the nose wheelie. Walks it forward, keeps the balance. Looks like he's actually trying to pivot that Monster Jam truck on the front of it right now. He's just hanging out. And down we go for attempt number 1.
Let's hear it for John Zimmer Sr. Uproar. Right now, guys, it's the chance to use judgeszone.com. That's city code TPA. 20 seconds. Let's lock in those scores.
On the original super glue, glued to the action replay, lining up for the log stack. Big popper carrying the momentum all the way across to the other side of the pod, and then into a stoppy nose wheelie combination move. Just going to keep Uproar dialed in on those two wheels right at the lip of that pod. Incredible combination move on that attempt for John Zimmer Sr.
Let's see how that translates into scores at judgeszone.com. The first one out the gate, a 6.419. So that's going to be the score to beat in the two-wheel skills challenge. Continuing on with our next competitor, we call her the Princess of Carnage. We got Brianna Mahan in the new Ringling Bailey Circuit. Once again, a live shot of her in that Monster Jam truck. Bailey Circuit down there on the track, dancing around, supporting her favorite Monster Jam driver. A nice stoppie into the nose wheelie, into the moonwalk. Down the opposite side, goes for the combination move, wheelies it back up. Attempt number 1. We're gonna pause for a quick moment, just so our tech officials can go ahead and clear the track. You can see some of that fiberglass body, the hood of that Monster Jam truck actually came off during that nose wheelie. So we're going to go ahead and remove that from the track so that she is able to complete the two-wheel skills challenge. Can we give it up for our amazing tech officials down there? Come on, Monster Jam fans. Doing the hard work here at Monster Jam. Bailey Circuit waiting to refire. Remember, the score to beat right now is 6.419 in Uproar. She had a solid first attempt. Let's see what she has in store for the second attempt in the two-wheel skills challenge. get the save? Yes, she can!
Brianna Mahan, everybody. Ringling Bailey Circuit. Scoring is open. Judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores.
Dynamite run there from Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit. Two incredible combinations, including that giant pop roll attempt number 2 into the save of the day so far. Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit, trying to take the lead here in the two-wheel skills challenge.
Have a funny feeling this is going to be some stellar scores on this one. Remember, score to beat is 6.419. The score for Ringling Bailey Circuit is 8.670. New leader, new score to beat.
Let's take a look at the original super glue glued to the action replay. Check out this combination. The big popper immediately hits it into reverse. Momentum carries the Monster Jam truck over, and the save into a moonwalk for Brianna Mahan. Ringling Bailey Circuit taking the lead here in the two-wheel skills challenge.
Some incredible stuff by the Princess of Carnage. Talk about wow moments here at Monster Jam. That's what we mean. You never know what to expect when you come to a live Monster Jam event. The talent is truly unmatched from these amazing Monster Jam superstars. We're going to see if we can actually get her back in the pits to assess that Monster Jam truck, because there was a rollover. So it does look like she is going back in the pits. Our UNOH technicians will take a look at that Monster Jam truck and look it over from top to bottom to make sure it is good to come back to the Monster Jam freestyle competition in just a little bit. A big shout out also to the JCB Dirt Squad that you see rocking and rolling down there on the track all event long, all weekend long. Now we're going to jump back into the two-wheel skills challenge with our next competitor, a veteran here in this sport, the 2025 St. Jude Ambassador of the Year, Jamie Garner, Overboard. Off the log stack for attempt number 1 for Jamie Garner in Overboard. Looks like he's setting himself up for potentially a reverse popper. There we go. On the back, BKT tires wheelies it up the ramp, down the opposite side for attempt number 2.
Let's hear it for Jamie Garner, Overboard. Scoring is open. Judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores, Tampa.
Up on the original super glue, glue to the action replay. The reverse popper wheelie combo stays in the center of that pod all the way down the ramp, and in a sky wheelie as well, as Jamie Garner Overboard now backing up here. We'll see if it's enough to take the lead in the two-wheel skills challenge.
Now remember, the score to beat is Ringling Bailey Circuit, 8.670. You can see the scores in on the video board right now for Jamie Garner in Overboard, a 6.224. So that's going to put him currently in 3rd place in the two-wheel skills challenge. Score to beat remains Ringling Bailey Circuit, Brianna Mahan, 8.670. Continuing on with our next competitor, your JCB Racing winner, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. Puts it on the nose. Nice balance, that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck on those front BKT tires. He is laser focused as he walks it forward, kicks it into reverse, up on the back BKT tires, goes for the stoppie again. Nice combination from John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. Shifting the weight back and forth from one BKT tire to the next. Keeping the balance point the entire time. It's not over, Monster Jam fans. He is still going with those combination moves. From the popper to the nose wheelie, he looks like he might try to bring that Monster Jam truck down the ramp in slow motion, and there he goes. Down on the side, gets the save.
Makes a noise for John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores.
John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity, 2 complete combination moves. Multiple combos. He had nose wheelies, stoppies, moonwalks, and then walked Terminal Velocity all the way across the pod down on the track. We'll give you a replay here in just a few minutes, but first that score is coming in as John Zimmer Jr. trying to take the lead in Terminal Velocity.
Giving Brianna Mahan a run for her money on that one. Remember, she is currently the score to beat with an 8.670. The score for Terminal Velocity is 8.795. New leader, new score to beat.
Here's the original Super Glue, glued to the action replay. Check out the moonwalk all the way up the ramp onto the pod. Then he just starts to crawl and walk. A 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck literally walking on his front 2 BKT tires across the pod. That wasn't enough. He teeter-totters his way back to a moonwalk on the back end of that combination move. John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity, your new leader.
4 competitors down here in the 2-wheel skills challenge. I'm joined at the desk right now by Milana, and she is a huge fan of Monster Jam and our next competitor. So I'm going to give her the honors of announcing who's coming up next.
Make some noise for the Crazy Bull, Fernando Martinez, and Toro Loco!
control and a little bit of extra flair from Fernando Martinez.
Fernando Martinez. Wow, El Toro Loco scoring is open, judgeszone.com.
Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. What a combination there. A big flip. And El Toro Loco shifting the weight from the front to the back, getting it safely back on all four BKT tires. As Fernando Martinez and the entire El Toro Loco team trying to take the lead away from Terminal Velocity.
So, Milana, I know Fernando is your favorite Monster Jam superstar. What did you think of his two-wheel skills challenge?
Man, you know, Fernando is my favorite driver. When I was at Toledo, he did very good at skilling. And you know, he's a very crazy bull Monster Jam fan. So, Fernando, you're the best. Let me hear you.
All right, we got to see these scores. You have the honor of reading the scores, Milana. Here we go. Scores in on the video board right now for Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. Go ahead and read that.
And 9.145.
Milana, stay here, Milana. Come back. We're going to go to the super glued to the action replay right now. All right. Tell me what you're looking at. What are we seeing?
You know, he got a very nose wheeling. He was trying to make up for a popper, a stoppie, and he was trying to do a reverse popper and a combination move.
He definitely was. Monster Jam fans, did you get all that? All right, so in a couple of years, you're going to take my job, right?
Yes.
Yes, very confident, yes. Monster Jam fans, give it up for Milana, everyone. Making his way onto the track, the driver of the black and green wrecking machine, Weston Anderson, Grave Digger. Nose wheelie, slap wheelie, wheelie up the pod, a pirouette, and that was all just attempt number one. We got the popper into the nose wheelie. Shifts the weight to the front right BKT tire. Finds center again. Walks it forward. Brings it back to that one BKT tire. Puts it on the side. Goes for the sidewall save.
Weston Anderson, Grave Digger. Let us know what you think. Judgeszone.com. Let's lock in those scores.
Super glued to the action replay up there on the video board right now. An incredible and gutsy display From Weston Anderson in Gravedigger, this driver is known for taking risks when it comes to the two-wheel skills challenge. Of course, Monster Jam Freestyle, but he does try to mix those technical moves with new innovative ways to make it exciting for you Monster Jam fans, taking it literally to the brink right there. Out of that Monster Jam truck, come on fans. Let's see how this plays out with scores though. Remember, the current leader is Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco. The score for Gravedigger is 8.249. 8.249. That's going to put him currently in 4th place in the two-wheel skills challenge.
Monster Jam fans, I'm here with Stephanie and Jazir. I've been playing so many games with Jazir. He's so much fun. You know what? I got some prizes for you. We have Lauren from Ringling Brothers, Burnham and Bailey, which should give you a hint. But first, you got to play for it. We're going to play the St. Jude Helmet Shuffle. Feast your eyes. Now, what you want to do is keep your eye on that middle trophy, okay? Right there. Keep your eye on it. Oh, wait a minute. Everybody went, "Aw." Okay. Shout it out.
Number 1.
Say it a little bit louder.
1. Number 1. 1. Number 1.
She's going with 1. Let's see if the proof is in the pudding. Well, I guess it is. How cool is that? I love your vibe. I love your glasses, the green, the hair, everything. You know what? I got 4 tickets to you for Ringling Brothers, Burnham and Bailey. They're going to be right here at the beginning of January. And you're going to get to see Lauren Irving here. She's going to be with Bailey Circuit live, and 4 tickets. And what else you have, Lauren?
Yes, for you. We are so excited to see you back here in January. I also have your Bailey Circuit plush. Yes, we love it. We love it. And we also have your very own Ringling Bailey Circuit Monster Truck.
That's how it works. That's what I'm talking about. For more info on the Ringling Brothers, Burnham and Bailey, head to ringling.com.
Jumping back into the two-wheel skills challenge, the driver who loves to bring a little extra sparkle to the track, Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. Gets the combination on those back BKT tires, wheelies it back up the pod. Solid first attempt by Jamie Sullivan, a Sparkle Smash. Pop
Jamie Sullivan, everybody. Sparkle Smash. Scoring is open. Judgeszone.com. 20 seconds. Lock in those scores.
Jamie Sullivan is Sparkle Smash back from the pit area. I'll have an update on that in our Northern Tool and Equipment halftime pit report. Right now trying to take the lead and get the win in the two-wheel skills challenge. Great combination moves, great control. Giving you stoppy nose wheelie moonwalk combos and a popper in there as well. Is it enough? We're about to find out. Christina.
Scores are locked in. Let's take it up to the video board. A 7.798, so fifth place currently for Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash in the two-wheel skills challenge. One competitor remains.
On the original super glue, glued to the action replay, there is the popper. Perfect position on the landing, right at the sweet spot, the chalk line of that pod, into a stoppy moonwalk combination right here, trying to get down that log stack. Gets it back on all fours. Everybody, Sparkle Smash here in Tampa.
Making his way onto the track, our final competitor in the two-wheel skills challenge, World Finals champion, Zach Garner, Wildside.
Zach Garner, Wildside. Scoring is open, Judgeszone.com. Let's lock in those scores.
On the original super glue, glued to the action replay, Zach Garner showing off that new motor in Wildside with a vertical sky wheelie brake check. Lands it right on the pod, gets it back down. Wildside looking to take the win as our final competitor in the two-wheel skills challenge.
Scott, that's the best that motor has sounded all weekend long. Kudos to Zach Garner for coming back with a vengeance on that one. Nailing that awesome sky wheelie at the very end. Let's see what you guys thought at Judgeszone.com. A 7.124 for Zach Garner and Wildside. That means the winner of the two-wheel skills challenge, the Crazy Bull, Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco.
Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco, your first win here in Tampa. A lot of El Toro Loco fans out here. Plus, you had some very good criticism up there from Milana, your new biggest fan. Talk a little bit about your run here. What went into that incredible win?
All I could say is, finally, dude. I've been dry all weekend long. I knew I had to bust something out for this Sunday crowd here in Tampa, man. Y'all been loud. I just wanted you to be loud for El Toro Loco, and we did it, man. Thanks to y'all, we got the win. Thank you so much.
One competition left. You were in the hunt for the overall event championship. Obviously, last competition here in Tampa. Everybody's going to be looking to top each other. What is in store for El Toro Loco in Monster Jam Freestyle?
You know, Scott, I love being right here on the pod with you. It's the only time I get to talk to this beautiful crowd right here. So I'm going to stop at nothing to make sure El Toro Loco is right here up on the podium once again, baby. If you want some freestyle Tampa, you already know what to do. Make some noise.
Your two-wheel skills challenge winner, Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco.
We got our FMX guys from all over the country. competing all over the world. These guys are going to show up and show out for you right here, Benchmark International Airport, or Arena Airport. First up, these guys are going to do a trick apiece. They're going to warm this place up for you guys before we get to our FMX Best Trick competition. First up, let's hear it for Nick Desmond. Nick Desmond, everybody. Up next, AJ Roseborough. Wow, coming up next, Cameron Sepulveda. Oh, getting wicked with it. Up next, Josh Hedford. Amazing. These guys aren't done yet. Nick Desmond again, everybody, from St. Augustine, Florida. Ah, yeah. AJ Roseborough made the trip all the way from Chicago. Cameron Sepulveda, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Let's hear it for Josh Hedford from Central Florida. Woo! Round of applause, Tampa Bay, for our FMX riders. These guys are going to go again. Woo! Look at Nick Desmond. AJ Roseborough. Cameron Sepulveda. Wow. Josh Hedford there. One more time, Tampa Bay, get low. Wow. Josh Hedford right there. Round of applause for FMX riders. Oh, it's not done yet. It is time for our FMX Best Trick competition. Each rider will have one opportunity to do their best trick in mid-air. Oh yeah, they got to bring it on right now. It is up to you, the fans, to decide the outcome, the overall winner of the FMX Best Trick competition. We're going to be using judgeszone.com. You ready, Tampa? Let's get it.
Kicking things off from St. Augustine, Florida, it's Nick Desmond. Nick's been with us here at Monster Jam for the last 4 years, but he's been riding for close to 20 years, Monster Jam fans. This season, he's been piloting the Yamaha YZ250 two-stroke bike, and as the first competitor here in the FMX Best Trick competition, he is going to be setting the bar for his fellow competitors. Coming down the ramp, let's see what he has in store.
Rock solid there from Nick Desmond. Judgeszone.com, Tampa. 20 seconds. Let's lock in those scores.
If we break that one down, it is a seat grab, Superman, no hands on that super glue. Glue to the action replay. Pretty cool stuff and a great way to kick off the FMX Best Trick competition. Let's see what you guys thought at judgeszone.com. Scores are locked in. A 7.797. Lots of sevens up there. That's going to be the score to beat in the FMX Best Trick competition. Moving on to our next competitor from Chicago, Illinois. It's AJ Rosebrill. AJ Rosebrill, an incredible career spanning 25 years, not only nationally but internationally as well. He spent a year in China touring around competing. So we truly are in the presence of both a national and international superstar.
Wow, AJ Rosebrill there with the one-handed backflip, scoring his open judges zone.com.
The original super glue glued to the action replay. Look at that rotation, nice and smooth. As he is completely upside down, though, you will see that he does release one of his arms. Gives you guys a little hello as he is flipping through the air. Let's see what you guys thought. Remember, score to beat is Nick Desmond, a 7.797. The score for AJ Rosebrill is 7.987. We got a new leader and a new score to beat. 2 competitors down, 2 to go. From Sarasota, Florida, our next competitor, Cameron Sepulveda. Cameron Sepulveda has been unstoppable in the FMX Best Trick competition. So far, he has 3 wins under his belt this weekend. I know he's going for 4. Can he do it? He's competed in Monster Jam for many years in places like Puerto Rico, Mexico City, Canada. But I know this is extra special to be with you guys here in his home state of Florida.
Cameron Sepulveda with the KOD flip. Scoring is open. JudgesZone.com, lock in those scores.
Just the sheer agility and flexibility that has to go into this one. Super glue glued to the action replay. If you're looking, his body and his bike are almost in a parallel position as he's upside down. He then needs to use his core strength to bring his body back to the bike as he is finishing that rotation, which is no easy feat. All right, let's see how this plays out into scores. Score to beat is AJ Rosebrill. The score for Cameron Sepulveda is 9.437. New leader, new score to beat. Cameron Sepulveda does it again. Can he go 4 for 4? Only one rider stands in his way. Originally from Central Florida, we have Josh Hetford. Fun fact about Josh Hetford, he actually used to ice skate here in this arena as a kid, and now he is competing as one of our amazing Monster Jam FMX superstars. So talk about full circle.
Josh Hetford with the Indy flip. Wow. Scoring is open. JudgesZone.com. Lock in those scores, Tampa.
I know it's called the Indy flip, but to me it looks like the Running Man upside down. So for those of you who know what the Running Man is, that you're old enough to know, to me that's what it looks like. Either way, it's super exciting. It really is super technical as well, but was that enough to ultimately take the win? Remember, score to beat, 9.437. The score for Josh Hetford is 9.095. Second place, sweeping the weekend. The winner of the FMX Best Trick competition, Cameron Sepulveda.
Oh, wow. It ain't over yet, Monster Jam fans. You want to see some more FMX? Oh boy, coming up right now, we like to call this the Monster Jam Train. Each driver is going to go one by one, non-stop, doing their best trick in midair. Make some noise for our FMX riders. Lining up for the Monster Jam train. I need everybody here, if you're ready, to go choo-choo! Ah, yeah. Lining up, getting ready. Keep your eye on them. The Monster Jam train. How about that, Tampa? But wait a minute. Hold on a second. I don't think they're quite done yet. You want to see another Monster Jam train, Tampa? I need everybody at Benchmark International Arena to go choo-choo! Ah, yeah! Unbelievable. Okay. Wait a minute. I don't think we're quite done yet. Tampa! One more Monster Jam train. Let me hear you over here. Loud as you can. This side right here. Let me hear you. Everybody over here. One more. How loud are you, Tampa? I need everybody here to go choo-choo! You're beautiful, Tampa Bay. Oh, you're just beautiful. Here they go. Wow. Round of applause for our FMX riders, guys. They came out here risking their lives for you. Right now, we're going to bring up Cameron Sepulveda, our FMX freestyle winner. Always a treat to have the FMX come show out at Monster Jam Ford halftime. Cameron. I've done about 10 events with you. You have won all of them in the past 3 weeks. Do you have a little angel on your shoulder?
I think it's just the hometown love.
The hometown love from Sarasota, huh? Where are my Sarasota folks? Make some noise. Wow, everybody's here. How's it feel to be back in your hometown?
Oh, it's so awesome. I don't get to ride in front of a hometown often, so it's great to share this experience with all you guys and just rip it up.
I know that's right, man. How long have you been riding?
I started racing motocross when I was like 7, and then kind of went through it all and all the ups and downs, and went to college, and then decided, I love dirt bikes and this is what I've always wanted to do. So I pursued it and didn't let anyone tell me no, and here we are.
Seems like you have a lot of fun out there. What words do you have to kids who want to be in your shoes someday?
Just trust your heart. Like I said, don't let anyone tell you can't do something. You can always do whatever you want, and whatever you put your heart to, you can achieve for sure. So just do you, and make sure you wear good safety gear, good helmet, good set of boots. You obviously don't want to get hurt, and just trust your confidence. None of us started out flipping when we were little, so, small baby steps, and then you'll be here one day with us.
All right, let's hear it for the unbeatable Cameron Sepulveda for your FMX Best Trick competition. You better move those lights, Tampa! We've reached the pinnacle of today's event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle. for John Zimmer Sr., Uproar. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. 20 seconds, lock in those scores.
Up on the video board, the original Super Glue glued to the action replay. There is John Zimmer Sr. in Uproar, making full use of that 60-second freestyle clock, getting it done and kicking off freestyle the right way. Tampa, are you ready for more?
Scores are locked in at 7.009 for John Zimmer Sr. Uproar, the official score to beat in Monster Jam Freestyle. One competitor down, so much more Monster Jam action coming your way. And remember, I talked about this earlier, but the points right now at the top are so close. We have not one, but two ties right now going into the freestyle competition. So make sure that you guys have those smartphones out, already set to judgeszone.com. Let's go wild for Zach Garner, Wild Side.
Let's hear it for Zach Garner, Wild Side. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores.
The original Super Glue glued to the action replay. Zach Garner putting that new motor to use. And over and floats it all the way, clips the pod, and right here nearly goes on the sidewalls of those BKT tires. Makes the save, continues the run.
Let's see what you guys thought at judgeszone.com. Scores are locked in. Let's take it up to the video board. I have a feeling these are going to be some great scores for Zach Garner in Wild Side, and they are an 8.459. We got a new leader and a new score to beat in Monster Jam Freestyle. We are going to take a brief moment, though, Monster Jam fans. I do want to remind you of our incredible partnership with St. Jude Children's Research Hospitals. Take a look at the video board right now. You can see a lot of our drivers have received generous donations, and that's thanks to each and every one of you here. And it's important to note that 100% of each and every donation made today goes directly back to St. Jude Children's Research Hospitals in an effort to help combat pediatric cancer. And we could not do any of this without you amazing Monster Jam fans. And it's not over yet, so we still got some time to make an impact. All you got to do is scan that QR code. Remember, on your smartphone, once you scan the QR code, you're going to see the names of all of our amazing Monster Jam superstars, and you get to decide who you effectively give your donation to or on behalf of. So if your favorite driver is Weston Anderson and Gravedigger, make that donation on behalf of him. And at the end, the driver who raises the most funds is going home as our ambassador of the night. Jumping back into Monster Jam Freestyle, the Princess of Carnage, Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit. 30 seconds on the clock. Lines up with the Morgan, and Morgan backflip ramp. Epic air. Hits it, flips it, lands it. 18 seconds left on the clock. The Princess of Carnage is on a roll right now. With that Monster Jam freestyle run, 9 seconds remain.
Brianna Mahan, everybody in the Ringling Bailey circuit. Pieces everywhere. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores.
First Morgan to Morgan backflip of the afternoon for the Ringling Bailey circuit. Brianna Mahan getting it done. Trying to take her first freestyle win of the weekend. What a run! Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey circuit.
Backflips, hair flips, Bailey circuit on the track. It's a great day here at Monster Jam. Let's just take it up to the video board. Come on. 9.264. The Princess of Carnage jumps to the top of the leaderboard.
Monster Jam fans, I'm over here hanging out with some cool friends. I got Wyatt and, yeah, your brothers, sisters, friends?
Cousins.
Cousins, close enough. I got cousins. That's pretty cool. All right, we're going to play something cool. We're going to finish the lyric, okay? We're going to do the song Let It Go. You ready? DJ. Right here.
Let it go, let it go. I can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go.
Yeah! I would have stopped there too, Wyatt. I don't know the rest of it. Let's give him a round of applause. I got a really cool gift certificate for you guys. Not only that, let me get up for a second. You get Chick-fil-A, you get Chick-fil-A, you get Chick-fil-A. Everybody here gets Chick-fil-A. Christina.
I'm so excited for more Chick-fil-A. Scan that QR code up there on the video board. It is Sunday Family Fun Day, and I am a little delirious, but I do love free chicken sandwiches. So go ahead, scan it up there. Remember, you got to download the Chick-fil-A app, turn on those location services, and claim your free chicken sandwich. Jumping back into things with the 2025 St. Jude Ambassador of the Year, Jamie Garner, Overboard.
Overboard. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. Let's lock in those scores.
The original super glue glued to the action replay. Jamie Garner out of Fortville, Indiana. There is your brake check, Sky Willie. starts hitting the gas again mid-air to keep that momentum going, and then comes over to the far side corner of the track. Comes back again with overboard this time, nearly clears the pod, and bounces those BKT tires up. Full 60-second run for Jamie Carter in overboard.
Great run for one of our veteran competitors here at Monster Jam. Let's get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. Couple more seconds to make your voices heard. All right, let's take it up to the video board at 6.758. So that's going to put him currently in 4th place in the freestyle competition. We've seen a lot of amazing competition so far. This is the 4th and final event here in Tampa, and our drivers are truly leaving it all out there on the track. Bailey Circuit, Brianna Mahan, a 9.264 is the score to beat. So we are halfway through Monster Jam Freestyle right now. 4 competitors down, 4 to go. And remember, the BKT Overall Event Championship is on the line. Our next competitor was the 2-Wheel Skills Challenge winner, and I think he has something to say.
It's and Toro Loco, and it's time to get crazy with the bull. Let me hear you.
With the Morgan & Morgan backflip ramp. 20 seconds remain on the clock. Slow and steady here.
Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. Scoring is open. Tampa Bay, you know what to do. Judgeszone.com.
The original Super Glue glued to the action replay up there right now. Take a look at the dismount. There was more of a corkscrew effect. The initial lineup was perfect. Those BKT tires were square with the Morgan & Morgan backflip ramp. He hits it, gets nice rotation, but on the dismount is where you start to see that corkscrew effect. Tries to make the save on the side 2 BKT tires. Wasn't able to, but there he is, Monster Jam fans. Show him a little bit of love. And then remember, you gotta head on over to judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores for the driver of the Crazy Bull. Remember, the score to beat is Ringling Bailey Circuit with a 9.264. Was that freestyle enough to take over the lead? Let's find out. The score for El Toro Loco is 8.368, a very respectable score that's going to put him currently in 3rd place in the freestyle competition.
Down here in the tunnel area with Jamie Garner and Team Overboard crew chief Logan. Let's talk, Logan, to you. How's that new motor holding up in Wildside?
Well, it's definitely a lot better now. You know, Zach finally came out here for freestyle. We got him all amped up. We got him hyped up in the truck, and he came out and threw down the best we could. Steve Vance back in West Virginia built us an amazing engine for this Monster Jam truck, and we came out here and did everything we could do to try to throw down.
Jamie, 4 events in, you're all done. I see we got Overboard here ready to get taken out, taken back to Indiana. What is next for you and these Monster Jam fans?
You know, honestly, we go back home. We're off for like 3 weeks. We're going to rip mine and Zach's apart, put a brand new killer motor from Vance back in Zach's, get these things ready to rock and roll again.
I'll give it up for Jamie Carter, Logan, Team Overboard here in Tampa.
Take a look at the video board right now. 5 drivers down, 3 to go. The points are so close. It really is going to come down to our final few competitors who will decide who will walk away as our BKT overall event champion. Right now, I am joined at the desk by a celebrity in the house. We got Greg D, morning show meteorologist on ABC Action News with me at the desk. Greg, how have you been enjoying Monster Jam so far?
This has been amazing. The sound, the smells. I did not expect that.
I love that, the smells. I appreciate that very much. Now listen, I know you're used to predicting the weather, but who do you predict is going to walk away as the BKT overall event champion?
Ooh, Tampa, what do you think? I am a big El Toro Loco fan. I think he's going to take it. Number 1 right there.
Ooh, Tampa, do you agree with them? Yeah. All right, listen, I know you do this for a living, so I'm going to put you on the spot. I want you to help me introduce our next competitor. This is your moment.
Ring the bells!
Anderson, Grave Digger. Well, scoring is open, judgeszone.com. 20 seconds, let's lock in those scores.
Weston Anderson, Grave Digger trying to complete the sweep here. Freestyle wins in Tampa, the black and green wrecking machine. That is Grave Digger 37. Weston Anderson, 2 overall event championship wins so far. Trying for number 3. That is up to you right now.
All right, let's see how this one plays out. The score for Grave Digger is 8.711. That's going to put him currently in second place in Monster Jam Freestyle. 2 competitors remain. Again, it all comes down to this.
On the original super glue, glued to the action replay. Start to pick up momentum. Pops it back to BKT's up. Goes for a moonwalk. And then ends up correcting it right onto that center ramp. Back into moonwalk. And then into a wheelie combination. Trying to get that tombstone. Keeps it up in a wheelie. This time, big popper. Back onto the pod for Weston Anderson and Grave Digger.
She's a former Rising Star of the Year. Put your hands together for Jamie Sullivan. Sparkle Smash.
down, Sparkle Smash. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com, Tampa Bay, 20 seconds, lock in those scores.
Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash with the exclamation point. Powerful donut out of Sparkle Smash. Is it enough for the freestyle win? We are about to find out. Full use of the clock, use of all the obstacles, and that wow moment to end the run for Jamie Sullivan and Sparkle Smash.
Scores are locked in, so let's focus our attention up there on the video board for Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. 8.519, 8.519, so third place for Jamie Sullivan in Monster Jam Freestyle.
Here's the original super glue glued to the action replay, confetti everywhere, and then building that momentum, big air, clips it right on the lip, able to get a wheelie on the backside, roosting that dirt into a powerful donut for Sparkle Smash.
Last but not least in Monster Jam Freestyle, your Arena Series Central Champion, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity.
John Zimmer Jr., everybody. Terminal Velocity. Let us know what you think, judgeszone.com. Let's lock in those scores, Tampa.
John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity, trying to win the overall event championship here. He won last night, trying to make it 2 in a row. Was that freestyle run enough to send him home with his second BKT overall event championship trophy?
We're going to find out. That was certainly an exciting and an aggressive way to end Monster Jam Freestyle. Remember, score to beat is Bailey Circuit, 9.264. The score for Terminal Velocity is 8.734. Second place, but that means the winner of Monster Jam Freestyle, Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Now that's 8 more points added to her overall score, but was it enough? We're going to add up all the points right now. 8 in the JCB Racing Competition, 7 in the Two-Wheel Skills Challenge, 7 in Monster Jam Freestyle, for a total of 22 points. Your BKT overall event champion is, for the second time this weekend, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity.
John Zimmer Jr., terminal velocity. What a way to close out the weekend. 2 straight BKT overall event championships. You win a series championship this year. You go to World Finals. How do you stay so consistent throughout a Monster Jam season?
The biggest thing for me to stay consistent is just to remind myself that I was a little kid sitting in the stands watching my dad drive and thinking I wanted to be out here one day. I finally got the chance a couple years ago to drive this truck, and man, I haven't looked back since. I come out here, give it my all, 110% every single time for you fans, because I remember what it's like to be a fan enjoying these big trucks, and thank you guys.
We had a great weekend here in Tampa, 4 strong events. What are your highlights from these Tampa fans?
The highlight this weekend for me, man, Scott, I was here 2 years ago, and these guys here in Tampa were loud, man. But this weekend, this was the loudest crowd I have seen here in Tampa. You fans have been amazing. It drives me to drive this truck, like I was saying. Wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. So thank you for coming out and packing these seats, and we'll see you next time.
John Zimmer Jr., terminal velocity, your BKT overall event champion. And we're not done. Of course, our freestyle winner, the Princess of Carnage, Brianna Mahan, and our friend Bailey Circuit. Bree, I'm going to get down here. I'm going to let you stand up here a little bit. Me and my new best friend, and of course, you are freestyle winner. What kind of incredible carnage do you continue to do each night and each day, and then Tampa with a big win? How do you do it?
You know, I have not been here in Tampa in 10 years, so coming into this weekend with a brand new truck, I was coming out here for the win. We may not have got the overall, but we came out here and got a freestyle win and a perfect textbook backflip. I don't know about you, Tampa, but did y'all have fun at Monster Jam?
You have a chance not only to represent Monster Jam, but our friends at Ringling now with the new Ringling Bailey Circuit Monster Jam truck. How special is that to you? Because we're all fans of Ringling, fans around the world, and now we combine these 2 incredible brands together, and you're the face.
You know, it's such an honor to be the face of this one-of-a-kind collaboration. You know, we are trying to reach a whole new generation of fans and get everyone excited about not only Monster Jam, but the greatest show on earth, Ringling. And, you know, my sidekick Bailey here, she's just been phenomenal out here cheering me on. And I know that the fans have loved every single aspect about this truck, and I can't wait to see where the future holds.
Let's hear it one more time. Your freestyle winner, Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit.
What an amazing weekend here at Monster Jam. I do want to give a shout out down there on the track to John Zimmer Sr. in Uproar, our official St. Jude ambassador of the event. So thank you guys so much for your generous donations on behalf of John Zimmer Sr. and all of our amazing Monster Jam superstars. We could not do what we do with our partnership at St. Jude without each and every one of you. So again, huge shout out to everybody here. I had an amazing weekend. Jabari, what's your takeaway from the entire weekend?
Well, it feels so good to come back to Tampa. I actually live in the Tampa Bay area. I was on TV in this market for 5 years on a morning show, and it's so good to come back and entertain the Tampa Bayans. I guess Tampa Bayans? Yeah, buddy. Tampa, you had a good time? See what I mean? They had a great time.
I love it. Listen, guys, I truly hope each and every one of you had as much fun as we did, because this was a weekend I don't think anybody will ever forget. On behalf of Scott Jordan down there on the track, we got Jabari Thomas. I'm Christina Moore, and from all of us here at Feld Entertainment, Tampa, that was Monster Jam!